Hey guys, it's your boy Nick with Pick MMA, and we had a great UFC 292 card for betting. I'm up 8.5 units in profit alone, guys. That was probably one of my best pay-per-view cards for betting in 2023, so I'm really happy about that. So our record for picks was 10-2, and I think that's pretty good. 10-2 is pretty damn good. And for best bets, we went 5-1 for best bets. We had 5 winning best bets, and most of them were under minus 200 money by money line, and I'm really happy about that. 5-1. Well, the only losing bet that we had was on Alderman Sterling by money line. I had a 1 unit play on that. I was gonna put more money on it, but I chose not to because I wanted to see how good O'Malley really was, and he showed us how good this dude is. O'Malley is really the real deal, man. His countering ability and his speed at 135 is just something else, and he's got the power to put these guys out too. So O'Malley is someone to keep an eye on, man. This dude, I think he's gonna stay champion for a while, and he's only gonna improve from here. He's only 28 years old. He's gonna only get better and better from here. Aljamain had trouble taking him down. He only shot like 2 takedowns. So Sterling did make some big mistakes, man. I think he seemed nervous. I think the crowd was kind of getting to him on his nerves. He also said that he wanted to make the fight entertaining. He didn't just want to stay on the outside and kick O'Malley's legs and make the fight boring. He was referencing to that Izzy versus Romero fight, that Ngannou versus Lewis fight. So he was talking about how he didn't want to make the fight boring, and I don't think he's making any excuses. I know this is the entertainment side too. This isn't just about who's the best fighter. This is about selling tickets, who can sell the most tickets, and who can fill up the arenas, who can fill up the stadiums and sell the most tickets, sell the most pay-per-views. So I think O'Malley winning the belt at 135 is better for the UFC. I think it's gonna bring more eyes to the sport. So I'm really that's good for the sport, man. I'm really happy that O'Malley was able to get it done. It's good to see a guy from Contender Series. He's the second guy to win a UFC belt coming out of Dana White Contender Series, so that's really good. I know that's gonna give a lot of other young prospects a lot of hope that they can also do the same thing. So guys, so that's my opinion for UFC 292. So we also hit the safety parlay, which was Ian Gary plus Natalia Silva, and plus over 2.5 in the Vera versus Munoz fight. So that easily hit. That gave you almost plus money at I think it was like minus 104 for the safety parlay. So you could have doubled your money if you followed my safety parlay for UFC 292. You definitely could have doubled your money. Like I said, I had a great betting card. Profit 8.5 units in profit alone, guys. That's one of my best betting cards ever. So guys, let's move to the next card. Now we have Max Holloway coming back. He's gonna be fighting the Korean Zombie. Um, we had the number 1 contender going up against the number 8 contender, I think. Korean Zombie coming off some time off after his fight with the Alexander Volkanovski. He didn't really have much for Volkanovski. I think he took that fight on short notice too. But Korean Zombie is what, 36 years old now. Doesn't really have much. I think, but the betting lines are kind of crazy though, cause I I do understand that Holloway does deserve to be minus, like a big favor, but I think it should be under minus 500, cause Korean Zombie, man, this he's still got all the skills. He has slowed down. His speed isn't all there anymore. His durability isn't there anymore. And he's a very flat-footed man. I think that's gonna give him a lot of problems against the Holloway. Anyhow, guys, let's talk about. I'm gonna be talking about the best bets. And this type of video is for the best bets, the safety parlay, the best value props, and the best underdogs that I like on this card. So this video that I release these videos every once the props, the numbers and the props and everything comes out on all the markets. So I'm trying to find the best props, the best bets, and everything for the best value to make some easy money. So guys, we're gonna be talking about the best bets first, and then the safety parlay, and then the value props that I like on some of these fighters, and then we're gonna be talking about the couple of underdogs that I like on this card that uh, could uh, could pull out an upset, you know. Um, so let's talk about the best bets first now. So the first best bet that we have is I put is Waldo Cortez Acosta. Waldo Cortez Acosta is a very good kickboxer. He's coming off a loss to Rogerio de Lima, in which he got taken down a couple times because Rogerio de Lima is a very good grappler and very good big dude for the heavyweight division. He's got a lot of power also, a lot of good grappling. But Waldo Cortez, man, he stayed safe in that fight. He got taken down a couple times. He got his legs kicked. But I think this fight against the Polish dude, I think Waldo Cortez is gonna easily win this fight. I think it's gonna be by unanimous decision. I don't think Berjeski is gonna give him a lot of problems here. Waldo Cortez sitting at minus 218 on DraftKings right now. I think Waldo Cortez is gonna win by unanimous decision. And the next best bet that I have is Aaron Blanchfield. I know a lot of people are on this Tyler Santos side, but I just don't like what I'm hearing from people about Tyler Santos right now. She is dealing with a lawsuit right now. She hasn't been paying her training partners. She hasn't paid her coaches that have helped her get to the UFC level and get to the title fight, and she just hasn't been paying those people. So you gotta wonder, other people aren't really gonna be training her, knowing that she's not gonna be paying them. So you gotta think about stuff like that. Also, she's not training with her coach anymore, so it's her and her husband training out of some next gym. So you gotta think how much a game plan do they really have here against Aaron Blanchfield. Tyler Santos' last fight was against Valentina Shevchenko. She was fighting for the title, and that was a very close fight, man. But I think a lot of people putting a lot of stock in that fight against Valentina. But Valentina, man, she doesn't really look all the same anymore. She doesn't look like the dominant champion that she was once for a while. I think because we're getting a lot of talented girls now, we're getting a lot of well-rounded fighters. A lot of these women's MMA well-rounded fighters, they have all the skills everywhere. They have submission game, they have striking, and now we're getting good grapplers also. So I think that's why Valentina's having problems. She's not the champion anymore. She got choked out by Alexa Grasso. She was also getting touched up by Grasso on the feet also. So I think the fact that Tyler Santos had a success against Valentina Shevchenko, I think people are putting too much stock in that fight. And she hasn't fought since, man. Tyler Santos hasn't had a fight since her title fight against Shevchenko. And Erin Blanchfield's been extremely active, man. She's on like a 3-fight finish streak right now against some good competition. She's submitted her last 3 opponents, whereas Tyler Santos barely. She is winning by unanimous decision, is Tyler Santos, but she's not finishing these girls. Um, she doesn't have that killer instinct to finish. I think Blanchfield's the more dangerous fighter. She's also rounding out her striking now. Her striking's been looking crisper and crisper every time we see her. And I think her being younger also, I think she's going to be making big time improvements. I just think, I do think Tyler Santos may have the strength advantage here. But I think the fight IQ, the gameness, the durability is going to go to Erin Blanchfield. I think Aaron Blanchfield's gonna win by unanimous decision here. And the next best bet we have is Junior Tafa, guys. This is the brother of Justin Tafa, who knocked out Parker Porter before his previous fight against Braxton Smith. And I think Justin Tafa is gonna get his little brother ready for this fight. From what I heard, is Junior Tafa is the better striker than his brother Justin Tafa, and he's gonna have the speed also. Not to mention the big age gap between the two. When there's this much of an age gap between two fighters, the winning percentage of the younger fighter is at like over 70%. So you guys gotta keep that in mind also. Not to mention Junior Tafa is the bigger fighter here. Um, the only advantage I would give Parker Porter is maybe the grappling, but this dude isn't like a dominant grappler. He's um, the thing about the way I see this fight going is I think Parker Porter is gonna come out here with the grappling game plan, and once he gets clipped, he's gonna be on those chicken legs. Then he's gonna shoot for some takedowns. I think Junior Tafa is gonna be ready this time. I think in his UFC debut, I think he wasn't ready for Muhammad Usman to go for takedowns. I think maybe Junior Tafa thought Muhammad Usman was gonna strike with him because Muhammad Usman is a big dude, man. That dude's like a big, bulked up dude. I don't think Parker Porter does not look like Muhammad Usman. Not even anything near Muhammad Usman. This dude's a fat ass, heavyweight, sloppy, has bad striking defense, and has really bad grappling also. Gets taken down himself. Has pretty good cardio, but I think Junior Tafa is gonna have just as good cardio. Um, I just think Junior Tafa is gonna be ready, man. This time he knows what he has to do. I think he must have drilled out his takedown defense in the training camp, and he knows as long as he can keep this on the feet, he knows he can knock Parker Porter out in the first round. So I think the money line is the best play here because you never know, man. You never know in a heavyweight fight. Maybe Junior Tafa can win by decision. I think he's gonna win by knockout, but you just never know. So since the knockout prop is only plus 100 to plus 110, I'm gonna be playing the money line mostly, and then I'm gonna take a stab on the KO prop on Junior Tafa. Um, Also, I think the under 1.5 is safe to play. I don't see this fight going over 7 minutes. Unless Parker Porter has success with the grappling, maybe then it can go over 7 minutes. But I think it's very unlikely that it goes over 7 minutes. I'm gonna say Junior Tafa by first round knockout, but just play the money line, guys. It's much safer than chasing props. Okay, guys, let's go to the next best bet, which is Giga Chikadze, guys. I'm a little nervous about this best bet because Giga Chikadze, he is coming off a layoff. He hasn't fought in a while, in over a year. His last fight was against Calvin Kattar. It was a banger 5-round main event. Both of these, like, he got dominated by Calvin Kattar with the grappling and the elbows. But Calvin Kattar is a world-class fighter, man. I don't think Alex Caceres is as dangerous. I don't think he has the power or the grappling, the wrestling that Calvin Kattar has. And I don't think Alex Caceres is explosive as Calvin Kattar is. Alex Caceres doesn't have a lot of power in his hands. He's mostly like a volume striker, and he's just trying to climb. He doesn't have a good grappling wrestling. He is a good grappler. He has some submission game, but I don't see him getting Giga Chikadze's back. Giga Chikadze's fought some killers, man. This dude's fought Barboza. I think Barboza would smoke Alex Caceres in the first round, and Giga Chikadze knocked Barboza out, man. A lot of power, a lot of crazy, versatile kicks. I just think Giga Chikadze has more weapons on the feet, and if Alcacer's grappling wrestling was good, maybe then I would pick him here, because we do know that Giga Chikadze does have a hole in his grappling. But I think him taking a year off, I think him training out of King's MMA with Benil Darius and those guys over there, they're gonna get him prepared for this fight. I don't like the layoff, but I think Giga Chikadze, we're getting a pretty good number on him. He's won 6 of his last 7 fights. He's 6-0 in his last three round fights. So I think Giga Chikadze is gonna be able to get this done here. I think Giga Chikadze by decision, but I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a liver kick or knockout or something like that. This dude's kicks are so fast, and it's hard to keep your guard up, man. Like I know Alex Caceres is gonna be expecting those kicks, and Caceres doesn't really have the power to scare Giga, uh, to keep him off him. I think Giga Chikadze is gonna get it done over Caceres. At minus 230, I have a 1.5 unit play on him. I also have a half a unit on the finish only prop. I think if anyone finds a finish, it's gonna be Giga Chikadze on the feet finding a finish. I don't think Caceres is gonna finish him here. Okay, guys, let's go to the last best bet that I have on this. Hey guys, I forgot to talk about the other best bet that I have was a Michel Olakjic. Those lines are very close. He's fighting Chidi Njokuanu. I think Michel Olakjic, his pressure, his boxing, his body shots, he's very durable. And he's a younger fighter here, 28 years old. I think Mikhail Olakjic is gonna be able to get it done by knockout. I did pick Chidi Njokuanu before, but after thinking about this fight, after thinking how Chidi Njokuanu doesn't like fighters that pressure him, he's not good fighting on the back foot. He does have a lot of power, but he is getting up there in age. Doesn't have good cardio for 3 rounds, even 3 round fights even. But Chidi does have more versatile weapons on the feet. Does use a lot of kicks, but I think the Polish dude's pressure is gonna be too much. I think later in this fight, after the first round, I think Michel Olakjic is gonna be finding more success. I think he's gonna find the knockout. I think he's gonna stop Chidi Njokuanu here. At minus 118, I think the safe play. I think I think you can even take him by knockout. Chidi Njokuanu's last 5 fights have ended in knockouts. So I think Mikhail Olakjic is gonna find a knockout there. Okay, guys, let's talk about the safety parlay now. So this is for close to plus money. I wanted to get a parlay that's the safest parlay that I could make on this card. So the first leg of the safety parlay is Rolando Bedoya. He's gonna be fighting against the Song Kenan Song. I think Rolando Bedoya, this dude's very tough, man. He showed us how good he is against Khaos Williams. Khaos Williams hits like a freight train, man, and this dude was able to take those shots and smile and give Khaos Williams his own punches. Like he landed some big shots on Khaos Williams also. I think if he lands the same volume and the strikes that he landed on Khaos Williams, I think he's gonna stop Kenan Song. Kenan Song is coming off 2 knockout losses in a row. He's coming off. He did knock down Ian Gary, but I think that was Ian Gary's fault. He stayed in the pocket for too long and got countered. And then Song Kenan probably could have gotten Ian Gary out of there if he didn't have bad fight IQ. But yeah, man, I think Rolando Bedoya is a problem. I think he's gonna put it on Song Kenan, and that's why I have him as my first leg of the safety parlay. And the second leg of the safety parlay, guys, is Rinya Nakamura for the 3.5 point spread. This means this is on DraftKings, guys. So this Rinya Nakamura is sitting at minus 900 right now. But if you take the point spread, which means that either he has to finish Fernie Garcia, or Rinya Nakamura has to win by unanimous decision. He can't lose a round. I don't think Fernie Garcia is gonna win even one round. I think Fernie Garcia is getting finished here. I think Rinya Nakamura is gonna find the first round knockout, but I'm gonna take the point spread in the safety parlay because this cuts the odds down to halfway to like minus 350 or minus 400. So I think this is how you can get a good value on your parlay with Rinya Nakamura. Fernie Garcia's lost his last 2 fights by unanimous decision. One to Journey Newson and the other one to some other fighter, man. That dude's just not good. He shouldn't be in the UFC. And the UFC, this is a spot for the South Asian fans to get to find out who Rinya Nakamura is, man. Rinya Nakamura is on the main card for a reason, and the UFC is trying to build him up here. They're trying to build him as a big prospect, so they can um, have some superstars in the South Asian market. So that's why I have Rinya Nakamura with the point spread as my second leg of the parlay. And then for the last leg of the safety parlay, I have is Max Holloway by moneyline. It's sitting at like minus 700 right now. You can also add the point spread for Max Holloway, but I was a little worried. You're probably gonna get plus money if you add the Max Holloway point spread instead of the money line. But man, I think Korean Zombie, man, that dude's like still got some tools on the feet. I think he can make the fight competitive. I know everyone's writing Chan Sung Jung off right now, but I can, man. I think that dude's still got some skills. I think he's gonna make the fight a little bit close, and this is gonna be in Singapore, so you don't know how the judges are. If this fight does go 5 rounds, like most of Max Holloway's fights go 5 rounds, you don't know how the judges are gonna score the fight, man. Sometimes they score a split decision, even though it might be a dominant win for Max Holloway. You just never know what the judges, man. Nowadays, you just can't trust the judges. So I think I do think Max Holloway is gonna dominate Chan Sung Jung, but I'm gonna just take him by money line at minus 700. So this safety parlay is gonna almost pay you close to plus money, or on DraftKings it's minus 120 on DraftKings right now for this 3-leg safety parlay. I think this is gonna absolutely hit. I'm really confident. I'm playing the safety parlay. I have like 2.5 units on this, and I can't wait till tomorrow to make some easy money here. Okay, guys, let's talk about the best last value props that I like on this fight. Okay, guys, so these are the best props that I like on this card. So the first prop that I like is under 2.5 in the Na Liang versus JJ Aldrich. I think if JJ Aldrich is ever gonna finish a fight, it's gonna be this girl, because the Na Liang is absolutely horrible. Her striking is probably the worst striking I've ever seen in the UFC. Probably even UFC, PFL, and Bellator all combined together. Na Liang cannot strike at all. She got knocked out in her last fight. I think she got knocked out before that too. She's got 2 fights in the UFC and she's been finished under 1.5 rounds. So you can even play under 1.5 rounds, but I think Aldrich, I think if she does finish her, is gonna be in the late second round. But yeah, Na Liang is very very bad. I don't the JJ Aldrich is a minus 520 for a reason here, but there's no way I'm putting JJ Aldrich in any parlays or anything, even though Na Liang is absolutely garbage at this UFC level. But I just can't trust JJ Aldrich. But I do trust that this fight's gonna be finished under 2.5 rounds at minus 200. I think this is a good parlay piece if I'm being honest. Under 2.5 in this fight. Na Liang has only gone to decision like once in her 22 fights, I think. 25 fights, I think. Only been to decision once. And she's fought very low level competition. Like she's got wins over 0-1, 1-1 like fighters. She doesn't have any good wins in the UFC, and it shows like because she got finished under 1.5 rounds by some very low level fighters. Okay, guys, the next best prop that I like is Erin Blanchfield to win by submission at plus 350. The reason I like this prop is because Erin Blanchfield has submitted her last 3 opponents. Her last 3 wins are all by submission. I know Taila Santos has never been finished or submitted or knocked out, but there's a first time for everything, guys. Remember on the last card, UFC 292, I said in the first fight between Queen Silva and Marina Miraz that people were saying Miraz has never been finished. There's no way Queen Silva finishes her. And I was like, Because Miraz finished her in the first fight. Queen Soa might want to get a submission over her and finish her, and she did. She was able to finish her in the first round. And I think the reason for that was because Miraz looked like she had some ring rust. She just didn't look like she wanted to be in there. She came back after like a year layoff, and this is the same situation with Taila Santos. Taila Santos is much better than Marina Miraz, obviously, but she's also coming off a layoff. She's dealing with a bunch of stuff on the outside. I know you guys must have heard about her court case that she's dealing with. She has not been paying her coaches or training partners, her gym, or anything like that. So you gotta think who's really training her right now. She probably doesn't have a good coach right now around her. And the next best prop, guys, I do think Erin Blanchfield. It's unlikely that she submits Taila Santos, but the number is just too good to pass at plus 350. Knowing how good Erin Blanchfield is and how many times she finds these submissions. Okay, guys, let's go to the next prop that I like is Anthony Smith by submission. Smith has already submitted Ryan Spann. Ryan Spann has a habit of getting choked out in the UFC. This dude got submitted by Smith in the first fight in the first round, and then he got submitted by Krylov in the first round. It just like, I think he's got a kink or something, man. Spann just loves being choked out or something. At plus 380, I would definitely take a stab on it. Knowing Anthony Smith has very good ground game. If Anthony Smith does find a finish, I think it's going to be by submission. It's going to be hard to knock out Ryan Spann on the feet. But it could be done. But that's the way Ryan Spann does get finished. It's by submission. But guys, if you are on the Spann side, I did pick Spann to win this fight. But this is a 50-50 fight, and the odds are close for a reason. But yeah, man, I think if you are going to take Spann, take him by first round. His last 6 UFC fights have never been past the first round. Either he finishes his opponents or he gets finished in the first round. At plus 150, I think there's value there, knowing the way the Spann fights in the UFC. He's got like a couple minutes of cardio, and once he runs out of cardio, he's gonna give up his neck for easy submission loss. The next best prop that I like is Junior Tafa by round 1. Guys, Parker Porter has been knocked out so many times. Most of his losses are by knockout. He got knocked out to Justin Tafa like 2 fights ago. We're getting a good number on Junior Tafa round 1 at plus 200. I have like quarter of a unit on here on Tafa by first round knockout. I think Parker Porter is gonna come in with a game plan of trying to go for takedowns, and once he doesn't get the takedowns, I think he's gonna freak out. I think he's gonna know he's done for, because he's gonna be undersized here against Tafa, who's a much bigger fighter. Tafa is like 12 years younger also, so he's gonna have a big age gap between the two fighters. Parker Porter is 38 years old. I can't believe how many people are picking Parker Porter to win this fight. I'm shocked at how many people are picking him. Guys, I really do think Junior Tafa is gonna get it done. I think it's gonna be by first round, and at plus 200, first round knockout. Okay, guys, let's go to the next best prop that I like is Max Holloway to win by decision. Guys, likely I think Holloway is gonna stop Korean Zombie, but you get the knockout for Holloway is like minus 115. There's no value there, man. Max Holloway's last 7 fights have gone to decision. Holloway doesn't really finish a lot of his opponents, man, and I don't think Korean Zombie is gonna go out easy. I think he's gonna put up a pretty competitive fight. I know Korean Zombie doesn't have the durability that he used to have, but I think he can survive against Holloway. He doesn't hit as hard, but he does have the volume. I think there's value to sprinkle Max Holloway by decision, because that's how he normally wins, man. And I know Zombie is like 36 years old, but it's not gonna be easy to submit to knock out a guy like Zombie, who's very, very tough, man. So guys, that's the props that I like on this card so far. I might add some more props throughout the week. So keep an eye on the community tab. I always write whatever I wasn't able to add to the video over there. So keep an eye on that, guys. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, guys. We're at 75 subscribers right now. My goal is to get to 100 subscribers soon. I have been putting a lot of work in these videos. I'm slowly learning how to make content, and I really appreciate you guys watching the videos and hitting the subscribe button. I know some of you guys also leave a comment for the algorithm. I really appreciate that, guys. You guys don't know how much that means to me. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys. I hope I hope you guys have good luck this weekend. But yeah, man, let's talk about the underdogs that I like. I have like 3 or 4 underdogs that I like on this card that might have a chance to get an upset here. Okay, guys, so these are the best underdogs that I like on this card. The first dog I like is Billy Goff. I think this dude is an absolute dog. He might get cracked in the first round against Kinosita, but we have seen Kinosita, man. That dude, once you like take him down, he gets a little bit tired. You advance position. Kinoshita is like a fish out of water on the mat, and Billy Goff, he can survive the first round and take him down, mixing some takedowns. I think Kinoshita is gonna pretty much give up. As if Billy Goff doesn't get knocked out in the first round, I think Goff is gonna take him down and beat him up and find stoppage on the ground. At plus 120, I do have a Billy Goff by money line at plus 120. I have like a quarter of a unit right now. I would put more, but I don't really feel comfortable because Kinosita is super dangerous with his hands. This dude's also got a pretty good UFC experience. He got one fight in the UFC against Adam Figuet. But Kinosita's been around the UFC for a while, man. He's been on the road to the UFC, I think, also. Or am I tripping? But yeah, man, I think Billy Goff could is one of my favorite underdogs on this card. If any underdog comes through, I think it's gonna be Billy Goff. And the next underdog, second underdog that I like is Anthony Smith, guys. So guys, I think if you don't want to play Anthony Smith, personally, I wouldn't really play the money line. I think Anthony Smith by knockout or submission, because there's no way Ryan Spann is going 15 minutes, man. This dude doesn't go to decisions. I don't think he's ever gone to scorecards in the UFC. Has Ryan Spann. But yeah, man, if you like playing moneyline, I think in this co-main event, I think Anthony Smith can get it done again. Or if you can find a live betting opportunity once Ryan Spann cracks Smith in the first round, and if you see that Smith isn't getting put out cold, and the Spann is slowing down, he's gassing out in the first round, that's gonna be your chance to put some money on Anthony Smith. You're probably gonna get even a bigger juicy number on Anthony Smith at that point. And I think if you get like anything over plus 200 or plus 250, you should definitely put up some money there live, as long as Smith can survive the first 30 minutes. But yeah, man, I think Smith is a good underdog in this co-main event spot. And the next underdog that I like is Jarno Aarons. I know I picked Choi to win the fight, but man, Choi's been getting clipped. He's been dropped in his last 2 fights like 4 times. He got knocked down like 4 times in the last 2 fights in the UFC. So that just tells you, man, Choi doesn't have a good chin. He leaves a lot of openings on the feet when he goes for these left hooks, the right hooks. Throws a lot of looping hooks on the feet. Leaves the chin up high. Doesn't have a good durability. He's been finished like in his last 2 out of 3 fights. Choi did have a close fight with Joshua Kulebao, who's a pretty good, decent fighter. But man, I think Aarons, I think he's gonna be more hungry here. But I don't really have anything on Jarno Aarons right now. I should have taken him at plus 150 or plus 140. Even right now, I think if you got Jarno Aarons at plus 140, I think that's when you should have put something on it. At plus 120, I don't think I would put anything on it at this point. I want to see how Choi does right here. I think this is Choi's last chance in the UFC. I think if he sells this fight, I think they're gonna kick him off the roster. because he's gonna have lost like 4 out of his last 4 fights. So yeah, man, I think Jarno Erns can get it done. This dude looked extremely confident in the weigh-ins. I think Jarno Erns can get it done, but I'm not really confident enough to put some money on it. Okay, guys, so that's the best underdogs that I like so far. Please hit the subscribe button, guys. That's the one thing I ask you guys. Hit the like button. I really appreciate it, guys. And let me know if you guys go going against me on these underdog picks or the best bets that I like. I want to hear what you guys have to say about the best bets and the dogs that I like and the safety parlay that I put together. Let me know if you guys feel like if I'm picking the right guys here. So that's it for this best bets and the best underdogs that I like, the safety parlay, the value props that I like on this card. Okay, guys, so once again, thank you for watching, man. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. I'm slowly learning how to edit these videos. Hopefully soon I can get a camera so I can, like, you guys can see me talking. And I'm slowly learning how to edit out these videos. I'm still using PowerPoint because I'm not really that good. I don't know how to edit out these videos yet. So yeah, man, I'm still learning on the job. So and once again, guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. That really does mean a lot to me. We're up 8.5 units from UFC 292, guys. So that's it for this video, guys. Best of luck. I hope you guys win a lot of money this weekend. I hope you guys just win some big time money this weekend, big time. Let me know who your most confident picks are on this card, and I would really appreciate it, guys, if you guys leave a comment below, hit the like button, support your boy, subscribe to the channel. We're only 25 subscribers away from 100, and I'm gonna be giving away some stuff once we hit 100 subscribers. So stay tuned, guys. That's it for this videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourself. Bye.